Scotland is the best footballing nation on the planet. You cannot beat it, except Philippe Clement, who's been told to beat it back to Belgium as he has officially been fired as Rangers manager after losing 2-0 at home against St Mirren. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football for the SPFL review show. Crazy week of Scottish football. We've seen the two Old Firm teams both lose for the first time on this same day in almost 7 years. We've seen Philippe Clement get the sack from Rangers. We've seen a lot. But before we can talk about that, we have to start in League 2. Now, normally we go through League 2 and League 1, and all we really do is talk about the results, and all we really do is show the league table. However, I wanted to have a bit more knowledge on these leagues, so I thought, right, this review show, I'm going to take notes. I'm going to look at the aftermath. I'm going to find out what actually happened after these games, see what news there was in the lower leagues. But then after all that stuff happened in the top flight and Philippe Clement got his marching orders, I thought, you know what, I can wait till next week.
Philippe Clement?
Maybe I should be getting my marching orders, I don't know.
Philippe Clement? Here, I know he's away, but we don't need to butcher his name that bad. I know he butchered Rangers, but come on.
Jesus. Anyway, we will talk about him
it's
in due
weird.
time.
Do you not feel like it's made this entire weekend feel non-canon?
It's almost like Bonnie Rigrose and Forfar didn't happen.
Aye. Hey, Sal.
They didn't exist. Anyway, we will talk about Rangers, Clement, Celtic. We'll talk about the offside or the out of play goal that was not awarded that people think should have been awarded. We'll talk about the apology that we might have or might
Glasgow yet?
not have to get. I mean, Clement, is he on the private jet?
Is he on the city limits?
Who knows? But let's talk about League 2. And we're limited when it comes to League 2. But Bonnyrigg Rose lost 2-0 against Forfar. I think, did we predict Forfar? I think we did. Own goal in there as well. Ruben McAllister, 29th minute, getting Forfar the win. So, good victory for them. Clyde, again, another 2-0 defeat here. The Spartans picking up a win. East 5-0, Peterhead 0. 3 home teams here, not scoring any goals.
Not good. And 2-0 away from home victories. Like a certain one that'll happen in the Premiership.
Right, Einstein, like, nice for pointing that out. Edinburgh City 2, Elgin City 1. I think we both predicted Edinburgh City.
We did.
And they didn't let us down. And that must put them right up now. I think that puts them into third spot. And Stranraer, the boys in Stranraer, they got it done.
Right, next preview show or review show that I'm in charge of, Clay Morrow saying Stranraer will be there.
Well, it was going to happen this one, but, I mean, Philippe Clement's ruined it all, so...
Aye.
He's just pushed Philippe Clement to the back of the bus.
Right.
Anyway, let's look at the League 2 league.
Clay Morrow to the back of the bus.
What did I say?
But he's turned Clay Morrow into a prospect.
Who did I call him?
You called him Philippe Clement.
No, I said Philippe Clement pushed Clay.
No, you said he's pushed Philippe Clement to the back of the bus.
Clay Morrow? Jesus.
Is that what Philippe Clement's riding these days?
Anyway. Let's look at the League 2.
What patch would Philippe Clement wear?
Shite.
Fire and knife.
Anyway, East 5 top, Peterhead in second, Edinburgh City now up into third. What a fairy tale story this is. A lot of people thought Edinburgh City were going to go down this season and they would be back into the Lowland League. But that hasn't happened. Edinburgh City in third spot. And who knows, how far can they go? Considering their form, can they put in a late title challenge?
Here. Maybe they can, but what it tells me is that maybe being in League 1, it's like, we're not going to lie, we're not the most knowledgeable about like League 1 and League 2, but maybe the gap between League 1 and League 2 is genuinely that big that Edinburgh City, despite being so bad in League 1, aren't too bad in League 2. And I think the proof's in the pudding here.
What would you say is the biggest gap in quality with the 4 leagues? Is it the Premiership to Championship, just due to the fact that the Premiership does have...
I'd say it is, yes.
Like, what if you take away the Old Firm because of the financial...
No, I genuinely believe if you put the 4 if you swap the bottom 4 in the Premiership for the bottom 4 in the Championship, I don't think the levels are insanely like worse. I'm not, but I think what we've seen is in recent seasons is that like Dunfermline and Falkirk, etc., now Inverness are both in the League 1. I think the fact that teams that shouldn't be in League 1 being in it have made it seem closer to the Championship. I'd probably say the biggest gaps between League 1 and League 2 outside of the Premiership Championship gap. If that makes sense.
Could be the case. Forth Athletic might go down. They've got 2 games in hand though, and they'll be looking to try and catch Bonnyrigg or Clyde, but I mean, they're going to have to start winning games soon. But they won this weekend, which is good for them, and you know that will give them a chance. But they're going to need to pick up more victories from now to the end of the season. Right, let's move in to League 1. Stenhousemuir 2, Arbroath 0. Blair Alston and Ross Taylor getting the late goals. Annan Athletic 3, Alloa Athletic 4. Both teams. I don't know why I paused as if that wasn't right. 7-goal thriller. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, you can't complain. Bet those 278 fans enjoyed it.
Aye, at the Galabank. Great game of football. 7 goals. What more can you ask for? Cove Rangers 2, Dumbarton 1. I think at this point we all know Dumbarton are down, and just another defeat pretty much confirms it. Kelty Hearts 0, Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1. Another win for Inverness, and I think they will be fine. I expect them to stay clear now of that relegation playoff spot. And Montrose 0, Queen of the South 3. Queen of the South probably don't think they should be in League 1. And if they keep picking up wins like this, then maybe they won't be in it come the end of the season.
Yeah, Queen of the South, repping Dumfries, Montrose. They need a fleece, because it's cold in Montrose, brother. But I tell you what, didn't see this one coming. I thought Montrose would get the job done, but they didn't. So we'll move on to the League 1 table.
So, Cove Rangers, Stenhousemuir, Arbroath. Pretty damn close. Arbroath in third, but they have a game in hand.
Yeah, and what tells me...
Alloa and Queen of the South aren't that far behind either, albeit both teams have played more games than the teams above them. But that league is not over yet. I don't think you can completely rule out Alloa and Queen of the South at this moment in time.
No, absolutely not. And it's weird though, because even across the 4 leagues, like, we've seen Airdrie come up, Falkirk, and teams that can fight right at the end of the Championship. Airdrie last season, but then Dundee United get promoted for the Championship, and they're battling in the top 3-4. It's all about the club, man. If they can carry the momentum they had for winning the league beneath them, the promotion, isn't it?
That's what it's all about.
Form goes a long way in football.
It does. Right, let's move in to the Championship. So,
and what's crazy about this, right? I had a lot of intrigue in Ayr Livy. This is the first time I've seen the result, just due to how the weekend played out.
Yeah, crazy weekend. I did know that Livy snatched it in the end. Robbie Muirhead, 96-minute winner.
That's mental.
Danny Wilson, former Hearts man, former Rangers man, put Livy in front. Marco Roos got the equaliser, and Scott Brown picked up a yellow. Not the Scott Brown, but the actual player Scott Brown. 2 Scott Browns at the club.
That's great, isn't it?
Interesting. But it was Robbie Muirhead with that late goal, and that could be a goal that keeps Livy in this title fight. I believe if they didn't win, they would have been, 6 points behind? I think they would have been 6 behind. 7. So yeah. Well, no, because they were 4 behind, did they not? So a draw would have put them 6 behind.
Here we are, about Livy or Ayr here?
Livy, obviously.
No, I'm pretty... No, I would put them 6, but a defeat would have kept it at 7.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about the Robbie Muirhead goal.
Maybe Ayr could have plucked a goal at Finn Ayr.
I'm just going to ignore everything you've said in the last 20 seconds. Robbie Muirhead got the winner, 2-1, Livy, big goal, damaging for Ayr United. Falkirk picked up a victory. They'll be hoping now to try and keep this gap that they've got. Dunfermline 0, Queen's Park 0. Thoughts on that? Looks like an absolute stinker of a game. 4,500 tuned in, or turned up even, to watch it. Bet you wish they stayed at home.
I bet you they do, but I tell you what, I'm intrigued to see what these attendances have in play towards that McDermott Park game on Sunday that we just witnessed. Because, no, I tell you what, right? We can complain and we can say this and that about, TV deals and things like that. See, when you see St Johnstone against Hearts today, and
it's the pitch that does it for me. I just don't like it.
No, the pitch is awful, but the stand to the right had not one person in it. I'm sorry, man. You can see why no one puts money into this league.
Do you not think if that's the case, you should get a big tifo or something, or I don't know what they could do, but do you not think rather than just have an empty stand, close it off? Put advertisements on it or something.
But it's pathetic because you know what?
Well, no, answer the question.
Let me answer. Give my own answer, right? See these clubs, right? We've clearly seen them be able to sell out
Against
like
Turkish.
Galatasaray and things like that. We've seen Aberdeen sell it this season when things were riding high. And you know what? I'm a fair guy. Rangers have been really underperforming this season, and Ibrox has been emptier on occasion. But it's not like at Ibrox there's ever been like a full stand not in use. Here we've seen Celtic when Rangers were doing the leagues. They were closing off stands in the stadium. It's happened to every team in the country. But the reality is, man, all these clubs have got the fans to actually fill out their stadium way more.
Yeah,
a lot of them are, it doesn't matter the size of your club. A lot of people are glory hunters.
There was times in the 80s where Rangers had less than 10k people turn up Ibrox.
Yep. No,
Thoughts on that?
That's the truth. I wasn't born, so you can't blame me.
You could have easily closed off free stands back then.
Huh?
Aye.
You could have.
So we'll see. I don't know. For me, if the full stand's not in use, then put up advertisements or something. Why not?
It just looks awful.
It
really does. And see the TV side that we can't see. I bet you that was empty.
What do they do? Give away free tickets or something, or what do you do?
But
bring down the ticket price.
If you bring down the ticket price, right, and you sell barely any more,
right, then your club's losing out.
And then also, if you try and give tickets away for free, that's not fair on the people that have actually spent their money.
Yeah.
And people are getting free handouts. I don't know, it's tough.
And then maybe people stop buying tickets so they get them for free.
It's just why I prefer clubs. Why I want Ayr, Falkirk, Dunfermline, Wraith, those sort of clubs, even Partick in the top flight over a St Johnstone, over a Livy, because they've actually got fans.
It's poor. No, it is poor.
Like people can greet about Falkirk only having 3 stands. See if your 3 stands are basically full. I'd rather that than 4 empty fucking stands.
We're looking at you, Stephen Mill.
Aye.
Anyway,
you know what I mean, though?
No, I agree. Right, Partick Thistle 1, Airdrieonians 1. Over 3,500 people tuning up for this one. Brian Graham got the goal in the 17th minute to give Partick the lead. Some people think he will be the next Partick Thistle manager. Potentially could be. Ben Wilson equalised for Airdrieonians. Airdrieonians in the end picked up a draw. That's a decent point, I think, for Airdrie at Firhill, but considering that they had won a few games in a row there and that they are trying to close a very big gap, maybe they need it more than that. But here, they picked up a point. That's got to be a positive, but I believe the 2 teams they can catch are Dunfermline and Queen's Park, and they also drew 0-0. So, look, it's a tough fixture for Airdrie. They didn't drop any points on the teams that they're trying to catch. That's a positive, but they're getting to the point where they need more. They need wins.
No, they do need wins, but I think if they don't win, as long as they match the result of the other teams they're against, that's a positive.
It is a positive. Raith Rovers 2, Hamilton 0. 3,300 in attendance. Dylan Easton and Finlay Pollock with the goals. Another Hearts man there down in the Championship. And now we will look at the table. Falkirk on 53 points. Livy 4 behind. We've got Ayr United now 5 behind Falkirk. Partick Thistle on 37 points. Raith Rovers now only 4 behind Partick after gaining 2 points on them. 2 games in hand. I think Partick Thistle fans and just everybody in general sort of believed that Partick Thistle were just going to labour their way to 4th spot, and nobody really gave them a chance of doing anything in the playoffs because of the quality of the top 3 teams. I don't think anybody believes that Partick would beat Ayr, Livy or Falkirk over 2 games, but you're getting to the point now where it doesn't even look like Partick are going to get into that spot.
No, they're not. I think the form's just dropped off a cliff, and Raith, who were nowhere, if they win both their games in hand, they're above Partick. So I'm kind of expecting that to happen.
And look, these teams, no one expects whoever finishes 4th to get promoted. But the reality is, if you finish 4th, you are half a dozen games away from the Premiership. And that's massive.
No, I know. It is massive. And what you've got to look at...
So we see the Partick Thistle, right, are a pretty good club. Pretty big size. And people are like, certain people won't take that job. It's beneath them. It's not worth it. Let's say a Stuart Kettlewell, for example, or some people saying it's below Neil Lennon. Say Neil Lennon takes that job. If he can get them into 4th, he is 6 good games away from being in the Scottish Premiership next season.
Yeah.
So the chance is there.
If you back yourself, you can get it done.
If you can take it. But yeah, realistically, what would you say? It's between Partick, Raith, Morton and Queen's Park? Or would you not really consider Queen's Park in there?
Nah, I wouldn't. Well, when they're game in hand, then talk to me. Talk to me, Matt.
Yeah, but then they've still got played the games more than Raith and Morton. I think Raith will get that fourth spot.
I think they will as well.
You alright there?
Yeah, I'm trying to reply to people in the chat.
I think you've been very upset ever since that news of Philippe Clement broke.
David Simpson said in the chat, "We will miss you, Phil."
Well, is he the only one?
Well, a few people have replaced Clement. I said Ryan Kent as Crocodile. Someone said Keir Starmer, Simon Cowell, Big Dunk, The Undertaker, The Three Blind Mice, Neil Warnock plus 10 bottles of Iron Brew, Derek Ferguson, Mick Kennedy, Chris Boyd, Muscat, and Gaza. Tam and Winston as well got a shout.
Alrighty, right, Dunfermline, Hamilton, Airdrie. So Airdrie now still 10 points behind Hamilton and Dunfermline, and that's going to, the wins need to come soon for Airdrie. Whether they do or not, we don't know. But right, let's move into the Premiership.
I'm kind of worried though, because I think Living's going to win the league. I said if they won the next 3 games in the preview, sure they'd win the league.
Let's just have a quick look here at the fixtures for the Championship, just over the next couple of weeks. So, Airdrie taking on Raith Rovers. I feel like Airdrie have to kind of win that to have any chance. Livy taking on Greenock Morton, who were the form team but lost to Falkirk. I would probably give Livy the advantage there. Livy taking on Partick Thistle. I tell you what, if Livy pick up 6 points out of these games here,
puts them a point behind Falkirk.
Falkirk, though, the next 2 games are against Hamilton and Airdrie. On paper, alright, tough away, I get it, away from home, but you would probably expect them to, I think Airdrie might be tougher because they've had a bit of form, but I think you would expect Falkirk to win both of those matches.
John McGlynn doesn't know how to get over the line as well. Not that Davy Martindale's the king of that, but...
And you got Falk. I tell you what, say what you want, Dunfermline will be up for this game.
Yep. That is to stop them.
Yeah, Dunfermline will be throwing everything they possibly have at that. Yeah, then you got Falkirk away against Queen's Park. Falkirk against Airdrie. I mean, Falkirk, I think, do have the easier looking fixtures.
No, they do.
In my eyes. But when you get towards the end of the season, you got Falkirk away at Livy, which obviously is tough. Then you got Falkirk against Greenock Morton. And then Saturday, 12th April, Falkirk against Ayr United. So Falkirk still have to go to Ayr and still have to go to Livy. 2 tough away games. Raith Rovers could be trying to get 4th spot. That could be tough. But again, Livy have to play at Ayr, I think, on the 3rd final fixture. And then, yeah, you got Falkirk last day of the season against Hamilton. I think it's Falkirk's to lose, man.
We could be looking at a 3-way helicopter Saturday.
Yeah, I hope we are. Bring us some excitement. But anyway, let's get into the Scottish Premiership. A lot of exciting stuff happening here. Cabangu couldn't hit a barn door against Rangers, but he did get 2 goals today against St Johnstone.
Tell you what, I'm shocked at the attendance.
If Cabangu had his shooting boots on last week, Philippe Clement would have probably landed in Belgium 7 days ago.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah, so
he literally could have scored 5 or 6 last week.
Yeah, but he scored 2 today. Adam Sidibe got a goal for St Johnstone. According to Chris Sutton, he's seen Craig Gordon pull off the save of the season today. I've seen the save. I thought it was a good save. Possibly a great save. Don't know if it was the save of the season.
It was very good, but I think we've seen better.
I would need to see a list compiled. I think Craig Gordon's made better saves than that alone.
Yeah, I would say so too.
I think that... I'm not convinced that would be in Top Gordon. I'm not convinced that would be in Craig Gordon's top 5 saves this season. So therefore, I'm going to assume other keepers have pulled off other great saves.
Schmeichel made one a couple of weeks ago. It was really good. I mean, Butland last week against Hearts was brilliant as well. I mean, Meatov's made a good couple of saves. You know, Walton for Dundee United as well. So there's a lot of shouts.
And another reason why I'm not convinced it's the greatest save of the season is it kind of hits him on the arm wrist. Now, I'm not saying you cannot make a save with that body part, but I think that when the ball hits you on the arm or the ball hits you on the wrist, I think there's definitely like an element of luck there because you're not attempting to save something with your wrist. No. You're always trying to use your hands or your feet Would you agree?
Yeah,
Or maybe with your lower body, your legs count a bit more, and you're trying to stop a shot, but I don't think
it's
anybody...
kind of like when somebody scores an overhead kick with their shin. It's like, nah,
Agreed.
you're supposed to do it with your... But
I
I'm not going
don't...
to take it away from him.
No, I'm not taking it away from either. I just personally don't think Craig Gordon tried to save that with his wrist.
No, he didn't, but he did save it in the end, and it saved Hearts.
No, very good save. Hearts 3 points. Absolutely loving it. Great to see. Right, let's move on to Saturday then. Aberdeen 1, Kilmarnock 0. This match cost me about £150 in bets, and you know what? I had a fucking shite weekend for bets. Let's just talk about that right now. So yeah, this match cost me big time. I had Kilmarnock to win or draw. Aberdeen scored in the 91st minute. I then did a treble. Steve Beaton to win the Seniors World Darts Championship with Bivol and Parker to win in the boxing. A big treble there. Obviously Bivol and Parker won. Steve Beaton, he threw the darts away. He chucked them. Didn't hit the bullseye for me. Didn't hit the target. So that bet lost. And then I had Joseph Parker to win, land the most punches and throw the most punches against Bacoli. And for some reason, Bet365 marked it as a win earlier in the night, and then after Bivol won, they decided to go back and mark it as a defeat, a loss. So Bet365 have fucking tanned me out of about £500 this weekend, and I'm no happy. So if you guys want to donate £500 in super chats, that'll more than make up for it.
I don't know why Bet365 done that.
Because they're wankers, that's why.
But it's still not the worst decision of the weekend.
No, it's no. Well, it depends what decision you're talking about, actually.
I won't want to yawn about.
I don't know. I want to get rid of Clement, no?
No, we'll get into it.
Anyway, Aberdeen won. I don't think they deserved to. I mean, at half time, Kilmarnock had 8 shots to 0. Aberdeen have been very fortunate to win the last 2 games.
But they've won it.
They have won it.
Palestinian them, firing them to 3rd spot again.
Didn't need to know that. Dundee United 1, Motherwell 0. Sam Dalby talked about a guy firing his team. It's a shame that they can't afford to keep him. It's been confirmed pretty much already now that he will not be accepting a deal from Dundee United.
Pretty shite weekend for Hearts. I think so. Every team that you're battling with, as you pointed out, they didn't need to know.
Yeah, but you know what, you're not losing any points and you've won your own game. All you can do is win your game and then, you know, let the rest of the matches play out. Good win for Dundee United.
I think Dundee United, though, have gone off a cliff. They won here, but Motherwell are shite. I don't rate this new Motherwell manager.
No, but here, they needed to win and they won, so that you can only do what they done what they needed to do. Right, probably the game of the weekend and
No, it wasn't game of the weekend. Hibs Celtic was a game of the weekend. It was actually a good game of football.
Yeah, but this one got fucking Baldy sacked, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, but that's poor for the other 11 teams.
Alright, well, technically, right, so Ibrox then, St Mirren 2, Rangers 0. Igamani was showed a red card. VAR looked at it. They downgraded it to a yellow. Igamani still seemed a little upset that he got a yellow. What's your thoughts on that? To me, I think if you're given a red and then VAR looks at it and downgrades it to a yellow, I think you should, at that point, you should just walk away.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Remember he played his case to him like it's not even a yellow, ref?
Yeah, but imagine the ref was like, oh, well, fuck it, you're getting a red now. Give him a second yellow.
True, but here, it wasn't a red, that's all that matters. But here, the only thing that matters is the fact that St Mirren won 2-0 and Rangers did nothing. So.
Right, Michael Mandron scored a goal in the second half. VAR took about 5 minutes to give this.
I tell you what, see if Igamani gets sent off and Rangers lose this game, does Clement get sacked? He might not. So Kevin Clancy's got Big Phil the sack.
Oh no, Big Phil's got himself the fucking sack. Like, I mean, should have been able to get the win in the second half, but he didn't. Right, Michael Mandron scores. They take about 5 minutes to look at this. VAR looking for a push. In the end, I guess they determined that Nasala clipped his own leg. I thought it was pretty clear that he clipped his own leg. I don't know why it took so long to award this goal. Can you explain?
Brown envelopes, moving on.
Is that as simple as that?
I don't know. No, I think you see with some of these, like, there is like a slight clip sometimes, but there's no clip here. I don't know why it took.
No, there is a clip, but Nasala does it himself.
He should probably get booked for simulation.
Well, I don't think he's maybe not meant it, has he?
No, I'm talking about like the holding his back. No.
So he's tripped himself by accident, but while he's went down, you think he's thought, fuck, I better make it look like...
That's what I think he's thought, yes. But then, can you really book someone for simulation if they've tripped themselves up and hurt themselves by accident? It's a tough line to cross, isn't it?
Oh, Kabungu got booked for simulation?
Yeah, but that's different.
here. But
He
it's
did
not.
trip himself.
But hold on. You only really ever see anyone get booked for simulation if they're on the attacking phase. I can't really recall anyone ever getting booked for diving.
Yeah, because normally you wouldn't dive at the back.
Yeah, because you know
that.
you know if you don't get it, you're the last line of defence.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've ever seen someone get a booking for diving as a defender, trying to win a foul.
No.
I've only ever really seen it from an attacking standpoint. Interesting. Either way, Olasanya got the second goal. I don't know. I thought Nassau looked shite, by the way.
He's been really good. This game, just 2 goals are his fault. Well, you know what? He tripped himself up at Hams.
Well, the first goal you could say is that. The second goal,
That's horrific. You know, Robin Propper's not really fucking helping them as well. Like, he's flicking the ball through, but just the easiest win a team will get to Ibrox.
Aye.
Didn't have to. All you had to do was turn up with a game plan, and you'd win the day. And that's what St Mirren did.
That's what they did. They got the win, and they got Clement sacked.
Because with Queen's Park, yeah, Rangers didn't do much, but they still, you know, Queen's Park had to defend for their lives in the last 10 minutes. St Mirren didn't have to do that.
They didn't. Butland also made a few good saves as well.
Yep.
I thought so. Right, Ross County 3, Dundee 1. I thought this was a predictable result. We both took Ross County to win this. They've been in much better form than Dundee. Dundee, just like Motherwell, are just, dropping down the table. And, I mean, I think the only thing that could save Motherwell is the fact they've got a 4-point lead over Dundee. But, like you say, come the split, that can easily disappear. But at the moment, as of right now, if you had to pick who is going to finish in that relegation playoff spot, it would either be Dundee or Motherwell. Because their form is atrocious.
My money would be on Dundee, because 4 points...
4 points is 4 points.
4 points when the two teams can't buy a win is massive.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say Dundee's safe from finishing last.
No.
Now, I believe Tony Docherty's come out and says they will be having words in the dressing room. So it looks like they're having a team meeting at Dundee. I guess they're panicking, and maybe rightfully so. Do you think that... And they did take the lead in this game. Even a point, I think, would have been good for them to stop the rot, but, Ross County came back. Phillips, Wright and Shivlers getting the goals. Do you think that Tony Docherty will get sacked? Do you think he should get sacked? Or do you think he's done a good job at Dundee and he deserves the opportunity to try and keep Dundee in the top flight? I think that he deserves the opportunity to keep Dundee there. And look, maybe if he takes them down, then you sack him. Or maybe if he finishes 11th and you don't trust him for the playoff final, then you get rid of him. But I think it would be harsh if they got rid of Tony Docherty at this moment in time and didn't give him the opportunity to try and pull this back.
This ain't a bold claim. No manager will get sacked from here to the end of the season.
No?
No. I don't see who could get sacked. Rodgers ain't getting sacked. The intern manager at Rangers will not get sacked. Jimmy Thielen, he saved his job. Jim Goodwin is not getting sacked. Davy Gray's not getting sacked. Stephen Robinson's not getting sacked. Critchley's not getting sacked. What do you call him at Ross County? Oh, what's his bloody name? Dan Curry. Yeah, he's not getting sacked.
The Don.
Derek McKinn's, no, because he's probably got an easy 3 points on Wednesday.
He might not get sacked, but he might leave.
He might leave. Motherwell just brought in a manager. I think Dundee will give Tony Docherty to the end of the season. And the St Johnstone manager...
Did Dundee give their boys the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, I think the last manager to get sacked in the Premiership is Clement this season.
There you go, Clement.
It's like, who would be your favourite to get sacked? Docherty?
Well, it would. Clearly, it's Tony Docherty. If Dundee lose their next game like 6-0 or something, he probably is gone. Yeah. I think they're one heavy defeat away from getting rid.
Who's the most unlikely manager to get sacked in the Scottish Premiership?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, it's Brendan Rodgers, obviously, isn't it?
Is it Brendan Rodgers? Let's look at the rest of the league.
Of course it's Brendan Rodgers. Or maybe Davy Gray, I don't know.
But yeah,
or Jim Goodwin or something like that.
True, but I guess what you could say is that if Celtic lost 6 on the bounce, Rangers could go ahead of them.
Big Stevie comedian over here, man.
No, but That came out wrong, didn't it? But my point is, if Dundee United lost 6 on the bounce...
Alright, in this fictional world, right, Celtic lose 6 in a row.
Do you see how if Celtic lost 6 in a row, it would be worse than if Dundee United lost 6 in a row?
But that's just a made-up fantasy. That's not happening.
I know it ain't. I thought I'd treat you to a wee bit of early morning blues.
I thought it was late night, no?
Well, it's going to be early. It's early morning.
Well, who knows? Anyway, right, can we move on here?
Aye.
Or you got any more jokes you want to...
That was fucking brilliant, wasn't it? If Celtic lose 6 in a row. Yeah, fucking...
Oh, there are like a 5 more to go, don't they?
Who do they play next? Aberdeen.
I know, but it's not like Rangers are going to win the games to catch them anyway.
No, I'm joking.
Celtic could lose every game and still win the league titles.
There's more chance of Hibs winning the league than fucking Rangers.
Right, Hibernian 2, Celtic 1. Hibernian, last couple of games have played Celtic. I think they've got off to a poor start. This time they got off to a good start. Josh Campbell gets the goal in the second minute. What's your thoughts on it?
I think before we talk about Josh, we do owe an apology here, right? For absolutely fuck all. Because Hibs won 2-1. I'm on the Hibbies.
Aye, and that ball was 100. That ball was 99.99% out.
Aye. See that 0.001? Shove up your arse.
I don't believe in percentages.
They're in the best form since 1978, and you're laughing and joking, but see next week, they're going to fucking slap Neil Critchley's arse. Call him sweet cheeks and fucking move into third spot.
Alright, Dwayne. I like Davy Gray. You know, I mean, I've nothing against the guy.
You like him next weekend?
I'll probably like him a wee bit less than I like him now, but I've always liked Davy Gray. For me, that Scottish Cup final, what a thing of beauty that was. Legend for me after that day.
Fuck, aye, brilliant.
Should have got more Scottish caps.
You're losing the bear party every single
comment. Many did he get?
Did he get any?
I think so.
No.
I probably got one.
It's weird to think he didn't get any in that period because...
I don't think he did it.
We were shite.
Google that.
I can't be arsed.
Much state.
Oh my god, man.
I think David Gray only played for the B team.
Who's that?
Reserve squad.
Davy Gray.
I don't think Davy Gray got a Scotland cap.
He doesn't even come up, man. Davy Gray's only 37? 36?
I know he retired too young. Did Davy Gray get a Scotland cap?
He started his career at United.
I know he played for the unders, but did he get
No, he didn't. He only got 2 appearances at Scotland.
What was the highest level he played at?
Hibs.
No, he had dick international level.
Under 21.
Under 21? Yeah. Well, you know what? I'd bring him back for the next Nations League game. Yo, could you imagine if Steve Clark called him up?
Yeah, is this why you like him? He began his career in the Heart of Midlothian Youth Academy.
I actually didn't know that.
There you go.
Okay.
Right.
No, I just like him because he fucking bent Rodgers over and scudded his ass. That's why I like him.
I wonder why he went to Hibs then. Why did he go to Hibs?
Probably because he was shite and the only club that would take him.
He scored his first ever goal on the 29th of September 2014 in a 3-1 win over Rangers. He fucking loves it.
He loves the Rangers, doesn't he? Anyway, he liked beating Celtic today. That's what we're going to talk about. Josh Campbell then gets the second goal just before half time. VAR, check this. What was your thoughts on it?
What, Josh Campbell's second goal?
Aye.
Well, it was onside, so
I thought it was onside.
I don't see what the fucking problem was.
I'm just saying.
Well, sure, the linesman, his opinion's gospel, isn't it?
I'm just saying.
So it's onside then?
The linesman had the best view of it, so
Aye.
I have to give it.
That's the rules, apparently.
That's how it works. Fuck all the camera angles and lines and all that shit.
It's just not good defending for Celtic again.
No, it wasn't. Right, like you said, half time changes were made. Taylor off, McCowan off, and Ida off. Can we just wait before you say it? Can we just all agree that I'm right? See that 99.99% we're confident the ball was out. Can we just agree that I'm 99.99% right when it comes to football? And I've always said that Adam Adea is a donkey, and he is fucking proving it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say.
No, you need to admit it. He's shite.
He is shite.
That's all right.
But I've already admitted that. Luke McCoy, I think, has been the best Celtic midfielder this season, and he's getting treated like he's a burden.
That's because he's not got the name of McGregor, and he's not got the value
We
at
said
Arnie
this,
Engels.
or Atai. We said this months ago. See if he came in as 11 million, he'd start every game.
Aye, no, 100%. And I've also said,
and that's not to say Arnie Engels and Hatate are shite. Really not.
I also said, and I did say this. Do you think Luke McCowan would be in a better place right now if he chose Hibs over Celtic? And people were like, nah, he's playing for Celtic, he's playing for this. Here, this Hibs team have turned it around. You put Luke McCowan in this Hibs team, and that makes him even better.
No, of course it does, but he still starts he still starts for Celtic and comes off the bench. It's definitely the correct call for him.
I'm not convinced. You don't think yeah, but he would listen. Right now, he is pretty much playing a squad rotation role at Celtic. At Hibs, he'd be the main man.
I agree with that to a point, but then
at Hibs, in my opinion, Luke McCowan,
he's not young enough for me to make the move to Hibs work. I think if he was like 22 and he went to Hibs, 3 years at Hibs, 2 years at Hibs, then go to Celtic, yes, but he's like, 27? That doesn't work.
Someone like a Lyle Cameron then could have maybe went to Hibs.
Nah, he chose the biggest club in the world, mate.
God help him. He chose failure, for fuck's sake.
He chose failure, apparently.
Should Luke McCowan be in the next Scotland squad?
Yeah. Fuck.
Will he be in the next Scotland squad?
Probably not. I think he will be, actually.
Would he be if he played for Hibs?
No. Less chance.
Right. I like Luke McCowan.
Come on, he's been playing against Bayern Munich, man.
No, he has been, but he's a fall guy, isn't he?
Yep.
At Celtic. Because McGregor's not going to get the blame. Arnie Engels is an £11 million man, he's not going to get the blame. Hatate is the Japanese sensation that Ange bought in, he's not going to get the blame.
We have a lot of comments with Celtic fans, I see a lot on Twitter. Honestly, I'm not even making this up. I'm sure, because I know obviously one person said this. I have not seen one person bash Luke McCowan this season from a Celtic perspective.
I think Luke McCowan's the best.
I have seen plenty for like Engels a day, Hatate, Greg Taylor gets pelters. I mean, especially Hatate, actually, he gets a lot.
I think Luke McCowan's the best midfielder at Celtic.
I'd say he's well, with that, I'd say he's the best midfielder in the league.
Aye, well, yeah, why not? Anyway, right, Dyson Maeda scored 68th minute. Thoughts on the goal? I thought the goalkeeper, whose name is completely evading me right now.
Oh, Jordan Smith?
Yeah, Jordan, I thought he was absolutely diabolical here. I mean, first of all, Hatate is a fluke. Hatate just, it does not come off the way Hatate wants it to. Ball like bobbles up into the air. Dyson Maeda does well, I guess, to go for it. But what is Jordan Smith doing? Jordan Smith needs to come out and Jordan Smith needs to take this. He doesn't. He just stands there. And when the ball drops to Maeda, I swear to God, Jordan Smith literally sidesteps out of the way and offers Dyson Maeda an open goal to pass the ball into. I could not believe when I seen this.
Yeah. It changed the game because Celtic then began to dominate.
See, at 2-0, I reckon Jordan... See, because Hibs were just, destroying Celtic and he had it easy, nothing to do. I think he picked his phone out and went on in play and bet on Dyson Maeda being next goal scorer.
Dyson Maeda.
I think that's what Jordan Smith
proven himself as the best player in the league right now, though. Getting on to it like he always does. 2-1. For me, Hibs would have won this game easily. 2-0. It would have ended 2-0 if this didn't go in.
Yeah, but obviously it did go in. Right, Hibs had a penalty shout. So see, it wasn't Rocky Bashuri. It was, I believe, who was it went down in the box?
It was Bashuri.
Was it? No, I don't think it was.
It was Carter Vickers on Bashuri, was it not?
No, I think was it? I don't know if it was Bashuri. I know Bashuri was the one that was claiming for it the most. Then he has to get back, and it looked like he pulled something because he was limping back. But
I'll tell you this,
he
right?
chased Jota.
See if the ref gives it as a penalty, never getting overturned.
No, probably not.
It's not clear and obvious. Would I give it? No.
No, I thought it was soft.
But hard, soft, still an egg.
Right, so Jota solo run. I think Jota does well. Jota cuts inside, but then he shoots. He had a pass available to him. He decides to shoot, and Rocky Bashuri, who ran all the way back, manages to clear it off the line. This is as good as a goal for Rocky Bashuri. This is as good as a goal up the other end. Yeah. He is. He's clear. He's denied Celtic an equaliser.
And his leg was done.
He took off pretty much straight after that. He made sure he complained to the ref though before he got taken off. Then we get the goal where Celtic believe that they have equalised, and it gets ruled off for being out of play. Now we've already spoke a lot about this Don't really think we should be going in spending another 20 minutes on it again. But to me, the ball looks out. Now, people will say you can't prove it's 100% out, but you certainly cannot say it's 100% in. And if you're, let's say you're 90% sure it's out, and you think there's a 10% chance it's in, why should you just go with the 10%? It makes no sense. See this whole clear and obvious?
I know.
It makes no sense to me. To me, you go with the option that you think is the most likely outcome. And for me, the most likely outcome here is that the ball was out of play.
Yeah.
Now, people were saying, people were holding on to the fact, the best person with the best view was the linesman and he gave the goal. Yeah, but the linesman had one opportunity to view it in live play. He had one chance. See if the linesman had the VAR footage. See if the same linesman that gave the goal and said it was in, see if he actually got to go to the monitor. He could have easily changed his mind.
No. For me, it's it.
So I just...
It's getting a lot of comparisons, right, to that Japan goal. The Japan ball looked out, but see when you actually look at the images of the Japan one and this one looks way further across the line than the Japan one.
Plus, the camera angle that we're seeing from the Japan goal is further behind the ball.
Yep, so it looked...
We have seen footage from someone who was TikToking the game, where they are pretty much on the line and the ball looks out.
Yep.
So we've seen pretty much more angles of this, and even the closest angle that we've seen to being absolutely level, the ball looks out.
I want to hear VAR audio on this. I want to hear confirmation that the ball was out, because I don't think Alan Moore guessed it was out. I think VAR has had an angle of this where it's pretty much confirmed that it's out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've got the balls to make that decision.
Yeah, because we're not talking about the ref called it, the assistant said it was out, and they agreed with him. They literally overruled it, and we never see that. And for me, I think that's the proof that it was out. Now, as we said, we'll apologise if they got it wrong. But Alan Moore, he's had a lot of blunders before, but at the end of the day, Hibs won, they deserved to win. Celtic were pretty poor, but it didn't really matter, did it?
No, it didn't. Here, they might not be able to prove. I'll be shocked if they can prove that it was in.
Yeah.
You want to say they can't prove it was out? I'll be shocked if they can prove it's in.
No, I know, but we should have a sensor in the ball, shouldn't we? It's 2025.
Human error, isn't it?
You can say human error, but we should have a sensor in the ball that detects if it's outside the lines. Like, come on, look at the... there should be no more guesswork, even though I think they've definitely been able to tell it's real.
Yo, look at the League Cup final. Not to talk about it again, but look at when we heard the audio. Look how quickly they were rushing that. Oh, no, definitely not inside the box. Free kick.
Yeah, and
I'm not trying to sweep that shit under the carpet.
I'm consistent. See if the same thing takes place with this, and he's like, no, it's out, and I don't even fucking look at it. I'll call it out. Because you can't just decide in 10 seconds.
But I believe Brendan Rodgers said human error.
Back then?
Yeah, so... But he didn't think it was human error today. Whatever.
Good game, though.
Hibs deserved the win. We'll now look at the league table. Celtic obviously lead at a 13-point gap going in. They lost, but
I tell you what, one positive for Rangers. There's a slightly bigger chance they can win the league now, knowing Clement's away.
It's not happening. Celtic, 13-point lead. Rangers on 56 points. That's only 56 they'll be getting this season. I think we know that. Aberdeen then in third place. Dundee United, Hibernian, St Mirren, Hearts and Ross County all win. So, pretty crazy. That 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th all picking up victories. Very tight there in the middle of the park. Obviously, 6 games to go now until the split. Who's safe? Who is guaranteed top 6? I'm going to say, obviously Celtic and Rangers are. Mathematically, I think anyway Rangers are. I'm going to say Aberdeen will be guaranteed. Just because, I mean, look, there's 18 points to play for. They're 8 in front of Hearts. I think Aberdeen are guaranteed. And I do believe that Dundee United are also guaranteed. Hibs, I think, will be because of their form. But as for right now, I'm pretty sure Aberdeen and Dundee United will be in the top 6. I'm 99.99% sure, just like that ball, that Hibernian will be. And then, like, the other places are, up for grabs. As pish as Motherwell are, right? If Motherwell can put together a run, what's stopping them from getting top six?
Nothing, but they won't put together a run. Don't rate their new manager.
Yeah, but can you see how it's so close here with these teams? Kilmarnock County, all they need to do is... You could be in a... Kilmarnock County, Motherwell, they could be in a situation where if they can get 4 wins at the next 6 games, they secure top 6. That might be all it takes.
It's mad how you were talking about St Johnstone overtaking Aberdeen, and now it's 20 points.
A couple of games, whatever. Anyway, final thoughts, 45-minute special here.
It was great talking, man. Here, I'm just glad that I'm not sitting here saying, oh, Big Phil, what's he going to do with this team on Wednesday? He's away. Finally, Rangers can look ahead to the future. We can close the gap to like 7 and claim we're coming next season.
Are you coming next season?
No.
And on that note, guys, I think we're going to...
Why I say no is, right, because look at the team right now, it's not good enough. I need this takeover to happen. I need to see what manager we get, and then ask me next season. Ask me next May if we came.
There's been a lot of slurred words recently, but here, I tell you what, it's been a long day making fids.
It has been.
We're under pressure here,
I'm
guys.
sick of saying fucking Clement.
The air conditioning is broke on the west wing.
I know.
We should maybe move over to the east wing where it actually works.
Works cool.
But aye, that's it. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Let us know your thoughts down below. Rest in peace, Big Phil, and we'll see you for the preview show tomorrow for the next round of fixtures, Tuesday, Wednesday. Looking forward to it.
Yes.